everything is dipped in gold, then baby it will never grow. Everything sweet ain't sugar coated. What a lie. What a lie.
I'm feeling like such a messy beach right now because I want to talk about the chit chat, the gossip, and how the chit chat and the gossip has changed about you as of lately. So let's get into this piping hot tea, my babies. Let's get into this piping hot tea. Make sure you hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And let's get into the group selections. Group number one, you selected image number one. So let's go ahead and see the chit chat, the gossip, the tea, the chatter on you and how it's shifted over time. So, how I'm going to break this down is past energy, present energy, and reading the difference between there and the chatter. Group one, tap me into those that select group number one. Help me to make them feel seen like no other. Let's see. Okay. Throat chakra. This has to do with chatter or gossip around your expression. And I'm seeing like clear crystals. Something about your expression has become very crystal clear, very abundant. You seem to have a lot to say, or if it's not a lot to say, you just say what you want to say with extreme clarity, or you just really you speak up really well. People feel like they've been punked or like put into a time machine. This may be about growth from a past younger version of yourself. Okay, so how the chat has transitioned. You used to speak very meek, quiet, calm, or even like you sounded like a victim. Define the word proverbial. A word, wait, of a word or phrase referred to in a proverb or idiom. I'm going to stick out like the proverbial sore thumb. Okay. Of a word or phrase. Okay, so it's the very thing that you refer to, like you, again, like that concept of sticking out like a sore thumb, well known, especially so as to be stereotypical. So, something about you. Okay, so this has to do with like a transition story. You went from this to that, and you're like the cliche insert whatever word here come up story, or like glow up, or black sheep. Mm-hmm. 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 Things that you used to not have things your way, and now you make sure that you have your way. So this is about having your way, getting your way, making things happen, making shit shape. Bottom of the deck, the death card. basically becoming everything that you once weren't. Bottom of the deck is a Two of Wands. So actually, I'm going to take both of those. So now the bottom of the deck is a Ten of Cups. Like fighting for your rights, fighting for your happiness. Clarify the past energy. Letting go. Like you are not, see, and now my throat, the throat chakra, truth. You're no longer who you once were. You're letting go of your past. You're letting go of victim mentality. You're letting go of people pleasing. You're letting go of self harm. For some of you, that's literal, but I'm not getting that for the majority, but take it as it resonates. But you're not partaking in harmful anything. Like if it's not for your greatest and highest good, or if it's not what you want, you're just not doing it. Period. You're very protective of your peace, your space, yourself. This is something that you used to not be. I think that this is my group here of people pleasers that have healed and evolved and grown through the ages. Sixth chakra, the third eye. Like you're very focused on a vision. You're very focused on becoming everything that you are, becoming everything that you want to be, becoming everything that you see for yourself. You're very focused. Some might even say hyper fixated on making something happen or change. Some of you might resonate with um dragon spirits and energies. Is draconic priestess in here? Hey, if you are. Um because I just get like this fire breathing dragon type energy. Like your throat chakra is set on fire, it's set ablaze. And yeah, it's like the past you, there's only fragments of that mother trucker left. There's only bits and pieces of the past you left. That's why people are like, am I being punked? Are we in a time machine? Because they're just like, there's no way that this is the same person that I knew or that I grew up with or that I raised or that I watched at the semi-finale competitions for the city or in cheer practice. There's no way this is the same person. That's the chit chat and how it's evolved. Let's see if there's any specific bits of gossip that want to come through now. I think there might be. I think it might be. What is this? That's the King of Pentacles reversed. Queen of Pentacles upright. For some of you, you have dropped someone and saved something for yourself. There's something here about like selfishness, I have to admit, but because it's showing up as the Queen of Pentacles, it's like what's best for you. And but in a way that we have to respect. It's not like you just don't give a damn about anybody. It's just like I just gave too many damns and too many flux about everybody else in the past that now I have to be selfish for me and be honest about how much energy I have for me, what I can do, but putting me first in most cases. So, current gossip is surrounding the fact that there's no questioning if you're taking care of yourself or not. Um, this is mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, financially speaking, in every way. Two of Swords and one more. I was just about to talk about a child or something here. Something that you've recently done for your child. For some of you, you put your kid into a better school, or you moved into a different neighborhood for the betterment of your child so that they could go to a better school. Bottom of the deck is King of Cups. Back of the deck is the Sun. Honorable mention, Seven of Swords. Ace of Wands. People feel like there's something that you didn't tell them or haven't told them about someone, especially those of you that may have recently broken up with someone, um, or maybe even not recently. But there's just something here that people feel like there's a missing piece regarding some sort of a split or breakup or change in your life. But they may have once questioned it, but now they're seeing that it had to be for the better. Okay, that word proverbial is coming out again. Okay, for some of you, you're acting like the stereotypical or cliche, recently single or divorced individual. Okay, anything else? Let's go. Eight of Swords, and you seem to be on a strict schedule or a strict routine as well. Four of Swords, yeah. Very strict schedule, very strict routine. Three of Swords at the bottom of the deck. And something here about like you don't care who hurt you. You don't care who hurt you. I don't know what that means exactly. You might know as the person living this, but like you don't care who hurt you. You don't care who hurts you. You don't care who hurts you. You're still focused on the dream, focused on alignment. There's um a je ne sais quoi, a seriousness to you now, a matter of fact kind of energy to you now. And you're very descriptive and detail oriented. Like you don't really care about secrets. You're just laying it all out. And I'm getting something here because it simply is what it is. That's how you feel. Especially those of you that don't mind sharing some sort of trauma or less than favorable aspect of your life. You don't care, again, about who hurt you, or you don't care to share. Like you don't mind sharing. Okay. Any final messages? Spirit Guardian of Summer Expansion. There's something significant about your life less than 1 year from now. That would be like basically give it 9 months, something about the next 9 months of your life. 9 months is a conception process as well, too. This is, to me, we have two, Three of Swords here. You don't care who hurt you. It's like one, oh yeah, like you don't care about what pains you're going through. You're going to keep going. That's the number 17 as well, which makes me think of the Star card. Hope, pushing forward, pressing on. Card behind that wants some attention, storm warning. Uh, This feels like that vibe of like, man, been there, done that. I can do that too. Yeah, you've got a very stag like leadership quality about you that says, I'm going to win no matter what. This is the current chatter, gossip, chit chat, and how it's evolved from then to now. Before they used to talk about maybe how you were small or how you, it's giving like this I used to talk like this, and now I have some something to say. Those of you that selected image number 2, I'm talking to you. Image number 2, tap me into image number 2 and help me to help them feel seen in a way that a reading has never made them feel seen. Let's get the breakdown of what the chit chat was before versus now, and then specific gossip. Let's go. Okay. So the talk in the past was about your consistency, something that you were always doing or something that you're always doing. How it's evolved is regarding how it's paid off for you, how your consistency has paid off for you. Yep, the Wheel of Fortune to the Queen of Wands. Okay. Um, this has to do with intuition, your magnetism, your aura, your power, your stance, your stature, or quite literally your physical appearance. Oh, but this is from a specific person's perspective. Something or someone that you were coming on really strong towards, and now you've fallen back or backed off completely. This now has them intrigued. Bottom of the deck, Ten of Cups. Back of the deck, Five of Pentacles. Split, Four of Swords. Yeah, it's something that you've left alone. You have no concern for now. Past energy, clarity on the past energy. Yeah, you were very, yeah. So in the past, you were coming on very strong, or you were doing something incessantly until like, or there was persistence. Now, look at that. I split the deck to walking away. Now you either got what you needed, or you've seen enough, or something of the sorts. And now that past energy that you were putting in the work for some of you, this was literally just like going to the gym consistently or eating right consistently. And it was a hard, continuous effort. But now, because of that hard, continuous effort, it's effortless for you to continue this pattern, which is bringing in victory. So for some of you, this has to do with your physical appearance reflecting your recent good habits. For others of you, this is a manifestation that's coming in because you were going in on it really strong. You were going after something or a position or a person really strong, and then you fell back or dilly dallied or something here, and now your energy is more magnetic, and you've literally got someone thinking about you or coming forward or complimenting you on your work well done or a job well done. For a lot of you, this is physical. Let's see if there's any specific gossip. Knight of Wands, Page of Pentacles. Yeah, this really feels like something that you learned very quickly, or you moved through very quickly. You earned a degree very quickly, or you surpassed the master very quickly. You changed your mind very quickly. You found your footing, or you became balanced very quickly. You snapped out of it or got your shit together very quickly. It's for some of you, you were like going down the wrong path. You snapped yourself out of it and corrected yourself very quickly. You keep yourself in check. You're really good about, yeah, temperance, balance. You know, right when you're about to get off track. 10 of Pentacles here, you've got a great moral standing, a moral compass. You also are really good at reading a room, knowing when to hit the gas, knowing when to hit the brakes. So the chit chat, the gossip, it's got to do with your control, your balance, your hypnotism, your magnetism, your control over your own power, your own essence, your own energy, and wielding it to your benefit. You know how to work a room, or you know how to persuade or convince people. You know how to get your way. You know that hard work is required for the things that you want. And you don't think that you're too good to put in that work. And that's very obvious in what you're doing. Nines are very significant. This is about character development, physical development. This is like a kudos moment, a hats off to you, respect to you moment. You really know what you're doing. Also, like, you know how to read the room, or read your own body, or listen to yourself, or take note from other people and apply it to your own life. You're very disciplined, well thought out. You're a good listener. Anything else to add? Okay. Yeah, acceptance. This is giving like warrior energy. Yeah. Time spirit purification. You're not a bullshitter. You do not lie to yourself about what you're doing, where you are, how you feel, what you look like, what's going on. You're not going to please yourself with a lie. You're very much straightforward to the point. Root chakra. You're very clear about your intentions and what you want, where you're going, what you expect. You're a very balanced individual in that way. It's giving a hats off to you, and it's really hard to not respect you. Group number 3, you chose the third image. Let's go ahead and tap into your energy to find out the chit chat, the gossip. I had other words, but they slipped my mind now. Let's tap into those that are here. watching group number 3 to help them feel the most seen they have ever felt before. Okay, so something about sleep, relaxation, grogginess, or like recalibrating your energy is something that's coming through here. Yeah, strength. Does he not look like he's yawning a bit? So something about like sleep, um, exhaustion, tiredness, something like that is coming through here. Seven of Swords. When do you sleep? They want to know, when do you sleep? You have a lot of energy. You're doing a lot of things. Like, yeah, the Tower. Past energy, present energy. Yeah, Judgment. King of Swords. And the Fool. When do you have the time? Nine of Cups. Hanged Man. When do you have the time? Bottom deck, Eight of Cups. Yeah. So this has to do with people wanting to know what you're doing. Something about throat chakra is relevant, by the way. People want to know something about what you're doing when they cannot see you, or like, when do you have time for something, or what do you do in your free time? Past, generosity. Present. What do you do with your time now? Yeah, so people could be like, oh, well, this person doesn't do this anymore. They quit doing this, or we don't see them here anymore. What are they doing now? Where are they now? There's something quiet here, which leads me to believe this might be someone who, I don't think they had much to say in the past. They were just observing or reaping the rewards. For some of you, this is like an old boss, coworker, colleague, an ex. Someone that benefited off of you doing you. It's a disconnect because they see you as like really magnificent and spectacular. Where are they now? So that's the talk, is like, you're amazing. What are you up to? What are your dreams? What are your goals? What have you accomplished? What have you seen? So these are people that knew you in the past, admired you in the past. There's been some sort of separation for whatever reason, and now they're just curious about you, wanting to know about you. They're thinking of you, curious about you. Is there any gossip? Three of Pentacles. People ask them about you, or someone has asked them about you. Five of Swords. Or like, they'll be like, haven't you heard number 3, blah 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 blah. Yeah, the world. Something about like your new life, or your new circumstance, or your new money, or your new body. I'm just a reader. Six of Cups. Five of Pentacles. Like, have you heard from group number 3? King of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Have you heard from them? Have you seen them? What are they up to? Maybe you should talk to them. Maybe you should call them. Maybe they're talking to someone about you. I know what I be talking about. Love comes out here. These are people that admired you, and maybe you guys just grew apart or went different directions in life, and now they're thinking of you. I'm channeling that song Dreaming of You by Selena. Right. You have the world here twice, worlds apart. It's something that, um, if you think about it the wrong way, it could siphon your energy. But then you big up yourself or you see things with clarity and you know better. You know that you did the right thing. This feels like one of those situations where it's like, I left this job even though it was good to me in this way, this way, this way, and this way. But look at where I am now. But you could always look back with a different perspective, turn your head a little bit and try to glamorize the past. That's what this is. A situation that was good, could have been great. You could glamorize if you turn your head this way and that way. But then when you come back and you snap back to reality and remember why you did what you did, why you went where you went, why you said what you said, you're reminded again that you're in a good place, you're in a good space. This is good for you too. So this is really just about curiosity about where you are in the world. Basically, this is represented by the song Dreaming of You by Selena. Wondering where in the world that you are, what you're up to, and are you thinking of me too? That kind of thing. It could be romantic, as we saw the love card, but for some of you, this is something simple like an old job or an old city that you used to love and wonder, like, who's living in that old apartment that I used to live in? Who's sitting in the chair that I used to sit in that classroom at school? That kind of thing. And that's the gossip. That's the tea, baby.